Hey, welcome to another episode of the Photo Department. I didn't bring anything to drink. I feel kind of naked. This is the second episode in the series of episodes that I'm doing in collaboration with Glass-Key Photo, where I talk about cool and interesting and rare and not so rare and expensive and not so expensive film cameras that I'd otherwise not have real access to. Glass-Key Photo is a film photo store in San Francisco, California. So if you need 120 film, 35mm, 8x10, large format, film chemicals, archival stuff, other things, they have it and they are super cool, very knowledgeable. Check them out at glasskeyphoto.com. The second camera that I'm showing off, that I got to choose and play with, is the Voigtlander Bessa-R. Now, I have been aware of the Voigtlander Bessa cameras for a while, and I've always kind of coveted them. My friend has a Bessa-R 4M, I believe, and his camera is very cool. It's green. This is not green, it's black. This also has the Voigtlander 50mm f1.5 Nocton lens attached to it, which I wasn't originally planning to review the lens also, but this thing is very good. I don't know anything about the Voigtlander Bessa cameras other than I've seen them around, and they are very similar to Leicas in some ways. They are full rangefinder cameras. As you can see, there's the rangefinder right there. There's the rangefinder whole system right here. And you do that, and you do that. Okay. When I first picked this camera up, I noticed that it was made of plastic, which was surprising because I think that the other Voigtlander Bessa cameras are all metal, but this one appears to be plastic that's been chromed, as you can see in the corners that are worn off. Probably can't see from here, but the plastic is showing. Now, because it's plastic, this camera is relatively light. The heaviest thing about this camera is this lens. This lens is all metal, obviously. It's a screw mount camera. You know, I'm not going to go over too many technical things with this camera because that's not what this is about. This is about talking about what the experience is with these cool cameras. This is my first time shooting one of these, and I have to say, I had a blast. I thought maybe the plastic body would be an issue at some point. I don't know why, but it definitely was not. This camera handles really, really well. It is very comfortable to hold. The winding mechanism is very smooth. The shutter is very pleasing. And it was just really nice to shoot. It has this metering system that when you half press the shutter, it turns on, and then it's on for like 15 seconds and automatically turns off, which I think is very cool. Saves the battery. It's a pretty utilitarian camera when you get down to it. On the top plate, there's the shutter speed dial, and in that is the ISO selector, which is just like all the other old film cameras. You pull up on the ring and twist it, just like my X Pro 2, a feature that people seem to bitch about a lot that I do not. I like it. It's got a hot shoe, and you know, this is the rewind lever for the film. When you want to rewind it, there's a PC sync socket on the side if you want to add flash that way. And then the only other thing it has on the top plate here is the frame line selector. 75, 35, and 90, and 50. I left it on the 50mm frame line selector because obviously this is a 50mm lens, but the other lines are in there. They're super bright, so they're very easy to see. Even in bright sunlight, I didn't have any issues seeing the viewfinder lines, which were great. If I had any complaint about this camera is that the viewfinder's kind of too big. It's very bright. It's really big. The frame lines are, within the first third of the viewfinder, so you're not seeing, a zoomed version of what you're looking at. You're seeing kind of like the inner 2/3 of the viewfinder. The cool thing about that is you can see everything coming in from the sides of your frame, so you can be really careful and deliberate about your framing. I don't have much else to say about this camera other than it was absolutely a joy to shoot with. It's very simple. It was very light. I used my Gordy's strap that I had made to keep it lightweight, and it was really great. Now the real star of this setup, I know this is about the camera, but this 50mm Nocton lens is so nice to use. It's all metal. That focusing ring is just buttery smooth. The aperture ring also very satisfying clicks, but also very smooth and easy to operate. It has this really neat little lens hood. This lens just sucks light in. Lots of light. I never got to shoot it at 1.5 in direct sunlight. I never got to shoot it at 1.5 even in the shade. It goes up to 2,000th of a second, so that tells you how much light this thing is sucking in. It's great. And I will say that for a lens with an aperture this wide, the shots that I did take with the widest aperture are sharp, very sharp, like all across the frame. I'm really impressed with it. I put 2 rolls of film through it. I tried my first roll of Fuji Venus 800, which apparently is just superior to 800, but I've never tried it, so I gave it a go. And then I also shot a roll of Ektar 100, which is one of my favorite films. I've been shooting forever. And it was just really fun. I thought this was a really great camera, and for the price, it's a pretty good bargain. If you can find a Bessa-R in good condition, they usually go around $200 to $300. That's about how much this body costs. I think it is $200 for the body. This lens, however, is a little more steep at $575 for this current model here in perfect condition, but they vary a little bit. I will say, though, based on the images that I got back when I processed this film, well worth the price. So, Voigtlander Bessa-R. Really awesome camera. I loved it. I'm done talking. Here's some photographs. Once again, thank you guys for watching. There will be lots more videos about really cool, rare, not so rare cameras coming out soon. Thanks to the partnership with Glasskey Photo. Make sure you check them out, glasskeyphoto.com, or you can follow them on Instagram at glasskeyphoto. You can also follow me on Instagram at Christopher Sturm, which is my name. On Instagram, I now have a new Twitter account now. I told you about that last video, but hey, guess what, guys? New Twitter for this account at the photo department with an underscore at the end. I will put other content, more pictures, stuff like that there, news, if there ever is any. What else is there? I don't know. Stay tuned. There's more stuff coming. Thank you guys for watching. I love you. Everyone who watches this. I love you all intimately. Okay, see ya.